how to get over a breakup fast. Honestly, you guys, I have a lot of experience with this because I have dated 3 guys and been in long-term relationships with all 3 of them. And every time I decided to leave the relationships, my life was so much better. And every single time I did the same thing. So I'm gonna help you guys figure out how to get over a relationship fast too. Because what I did was I made a pros and cons list. It's so funny because I'm uploading this video and I just saw Wizard Liz's video. But I mean, one of the things that we shared in common is we both made a pros and cons list. And I don't know who told me to do this. I think it was one of my friends who told me to do this, but she's like, just make a pros and cons list. You will get over that man so quick. I was like, okay. And I did exactly that, and it helped me get through the breakup so much faster. Obviously, at the time, it still stung, and it was not easy to move on, but it definitely sped things up to make a pros and cons list. And I'm going to share with you my pros and cons from my previous relationship from last summer that was like not even that long. It literally was only a couple months of hanging out, and I was so done with this raggedy man. Okay, if I'm a little bit out of breath, it's because your girl's pregnant. Yes, me and Wizard Liz are both pregnant and making this video at the same time. I feel like we are connected somewhere in the universe. Anyways, let's get into this video. How did I get over this man? So like I said, I made a pros and cons list. I'm gonna read you my pros first because I want you to understand where I was coming from when I was simping for this raggedy man. So list of pros. He was attractive and he was 6'3". I love my tall kings. He had a good job. Like, this guy was a lawyer. Was he super established yet? No, but he was a lawyer and he had his stuff together. Every time we argued, or not really argued, but we talked about stuff, he was very level-headed. So I was like, okay, I'm dating somebody who's calm and cool and collected. Like, I never got the vibe that he was going to yell at me or scream in my face, because I've had previous partners who would scream in my face. So I was like, okay, he's already doing better than my ex. But, you know, when the bar is in hell, it is very easy to feel like somebody being level-headed is a pros when that literally should just be the norm. He makes good breakfast. Every time we spend the night together, he would make really good breakfast the next morning, or he'd take me out for a new lunch spot, a new breakfast spot, brunch somewhere in the city, and I loved it, and he always paid. Did he like paying? We're gonna get into that. So yeah, another thing, like I said, every time we had a good conversation, like we never argued, even things we didn't agree on, he didn't argue or yell at me or nothing. It was always a super chill conversation, so I felt like I can easily talk to him. And then also he traveled to see me. Like, he lives out of town. I live 2 hours away and he drove down to see me. So those are my pros. Let's get into the cons. Let's get into the cons. And if you have similar cons, you need to let that man go quickly. Okay, so some of the cons I had is he cheated on his ex. Red flag. Why did I see this and hear this and I was like, yeah, I can fix him? Embarrassing, because I don't know what was going through my mind when I heard that, and I said, yeah, let me take this challenge on and change a man who's cheated on his previous partner. And you're like, he was almost 30. We're like 1 year apart. I don't think he's changing at this point. If he was to say, hey, I cheated when I was like 20, for sure. But recently, spooky. And I'm dumb for thinking I can change him. Another thing was, I felt like he was only getting married or wanting to get married because his friends were getting married. He had 5 weddings last summer to attend to. He was feeling left out because all his buddies were getting married and having kids. So I don't know, maybe the ringleader got married and then everybody else followed too, but he was only trying to get married because his friends were getting married, not because he felt like he was genuinely ready at the time. That's the vibe I was getting. He slept with his friend's GF in high school. And then he was mad that his friend didn't make him the what do you call it, groomsman. Why would you be a groomsman if you hooked up with my girlfriend in high school? I don't even know how they're still friends. I don't know. Maybe the Caucasians have a different way of dealing with things and they're way more forgiving, but I couldn't do that to one of my friends in high school and still be friends with them, or vice versa. Because that would send me into a spiral. He would ask me really stupid hypothetical questions. This is another con. He would literally be like, if we were like 50, would you be okay with swinging? Like my friend's family does it. Huh? We're not even in a relationship and you're asking me crazy stuff like this. What do you mean? No, I do not want to be swingers when we're 40s and 50s. How about we just figure out how we're going to get into a relationship right now? How about we focus on that? Because we're not even, like, we're just dating and we're not even there yet and you're already asking me stupid stuff. Like, I just, no, I will not be swinging with you at 40 and 50. And hypothetical questions like that makes me question his character, because I'm like, okay, you're not really in this for loyalty. You're just in this for fun. Ew. Like, none of that. He couldn't commit. After 2 months of seeing each other, he went to like several, like I said, he was going to a bunch of weddings and didn't invite me to a single one. Imagine, all summer we were hanging out and he didn't want to invite me to a single wedding, because he was like, oh, if I go to a wedding and I bring you, I'm basically telling everybody you're my girlfriend, and I don't want to do that. I heard that and I said, that hurts my feelings, but I understand. Yes, I know that, like, it's very early and very fresh, and to be bringing me to a wedding when we've only been seeing each other for like 2 months is early, but I was ready. I was ready to announce to the world that we were dating and together. So the fact that we are on different pages, red flag. That's a con. Gotta go. But yeah, I think also the other reason he couldn't commit is because it's middle of the summer. He wanted to explore and have fun and do other things. And I was getting in the way of that. He's like, if I commit to her, I'm gonna have to be loyal. And he knows that I would hold him accountable if he was cheating and doing stuff. And I feel like he was wanting a partner that would just kind of look the other way. And I'm not a look the other way kind of gal. I don't believe in any of that. I will look at you and I will come for your neck. And I will hold you accountable, because I feel like that's how you grow as a couple. That's how you grow as individuals. And it was giving, you're gonna hold my feet to the fire, and I don't really like that. I need a little submissive babe. And I'm not anywhere near submissive. So I think that kind of turned him off. During a sexy time, he did things I didn't really like. But that's okay. I did express to him one time. He didn't really get the hint. That's okay. Yeah. But yeah, even when his friends were in town, or like he had people coming visit, like the fact that he would not introduce me to his family or introduce me to any of his friends kind of like goes to show that he did not want to be in a relationship or didn't want to commit. He just wanted to mess around a little bit longer because he was having a fun time. I was giving him access to me. So of course, why would he turn that down, even if he's not like committed? Because men, you give them an inch, they take a mile. They take a mile and they will take full advantage. So you have to have a backbone when you're dating grown men, because they don't care about your feelings. They don't care about what you offer them. They just care if they can get something out of you long term. Especially if they're not that interested in you. They just want, like, what can I get out of this person? And how can I use them long term? And then, yeah, in the middle of summer, he just randomly goes with me for 3 days. And then just messaged me after the 3 days and was like, hey, you look really good tonight. And I was like, who's this? Because you're not about to ghost me for 3 days. And then just be like, hey, what's up? Wondering where you've been for 3 days? You mother ever. You know? So it triggered me. Yeah, I just said, who is this? Because who really is this texting me right now? All I know is I'm triggered, and I thought that we were going towards something and you just ghosted me. I'm hurt and I'm pissed. And then try to approach me in public. I will not be approaching you in public after you ghosted me for 3 days. Go hang out with the girlies that you were talking to, because I know that man was talking to multiple women. I had a feeling in my gut. You don't ghost somebody unless you have a replacement. I feel like replacement didn't work out. He said, let me go back to my old girlie, see what she's up to. I'm gone. I'm actually at some other man's house. Just kidding. But you know what I mean? Like, I'm out of there. You will not see me again after that. Like, hurting somebody's feelings and then just think you could crawl back into their life. Disgusting. So, another thing about how I got over them fast is I gotta ask myself personal questions. Like, would he be a good dad? I thought yes. He is a good job. He's a very active person. He wants to be outside a lot, and I feel like he would be very involved in my kid's life. And he values family because he's very close with his mom and dad, and he's very close with his brother, and he's very close with his friends. Like, he makes an effort to spend time with each of his family members and his friends. So I thought, okay, he would be a good dad. Do we share similar values? You know, after the read out the cons list, not really. We do not share the same values. So I don't think long term we would work, because if my kid was coming and telling me that he was doing things he wasn't supposed to do, I would correct them quickly. And I would hope he would do the same, but something tells me that he would either agree with the child when he's cheating, doing nothing, or that he just would not care. I don't know. Do I want him around my family? That's a big question. Like, do you feel you can just bring him around your family and your family would like him and be comfortable with him? If the answer is no, get out of that relationship. If that answer is no, stop thinking about that person, because if you can't even bring them around your family that you love so dearly, maybe that person isn't right for you. That should help you speed up the process of getting over that man. Another thing that you can ask yourself is, do I trust him to guard my heart? No, I do not trust him. He's over here cheating on his girlfriend of many years. No. So if the answer is no, that helped me get over the breakup even faster, because I'm like, okay, he's going to cheat on me. Why would I want to continue to be sad and crying over somebody who's going to literally cheat on me in the future? Who literally admitted to cheating on their partner in the past? Who's literally asking me hypotheticals about swinging? No thanks. And then another thing is, how would he treat me during pregnancy? He loved that I was a skinny mini teeny tiny goyle. Like me, I'm not petite. I'm like 5'6", but I was very skinny when we were in a relationship. I was like 125 pounds, you know. I'm waist tiny, butt perky. You know how it is. You know, I was looking good. I think that if I gain like 50 pounds, he would not touch me during pregnancy. I don't think, because he's a fitness man. Like, he loved to go to the gym, he liked to work out, and he was jacked. I think that if I gained 50, 60 pounds during pregnancy, even if it was because I was having a baby, I don't think he would go near me or even compliment me, you know? Another thing he said when we were together was, after you give birth, I'm giving you 3 months to get your body back. 3 months. You got 3 months to hit the gym and get back to skinny. Because he knows that, like, because he said one of his friends had just completely given up after she had a baby. And so has he. And I was like, well, I mean, you know, when you're pregnant, your body changes, da-da-da. He's like, yeah, but you shouldn't let go of your body just because you had a baby. And he shouldn't let go of his body either. And I said, yes, but things come up when you are raising a child. And things become more challenging to keep up with. So I can understand after 3 months, it's not that easy to just completely lose weight. But deadass, this man said, I'm giving you a deadline, 3 months, get back to skinny if I get you pregnant. Huh? He is a lawyer. I think he wants to have an image of like a skinny, hot girl on his arm. And I feel like in that corporate lawyer kind of world, they have an image of what kind of women they want to surround themselves with. So I feel like for him, me getting skinny right away is like an image thing. He wants to bring me around friends, family, and he wants a cute little arm candy on his arm. And I wouldn't be that for him. And then also, like, just how he would treat me, like, just in general. I feel like he'd have really high expectations for me. No, I don't deal with that. But yeah, those are what I did. That's what I did to get over my ex fast. Pros and cons list, ask myself personal questions, and just like figure out my feelings for this man. Because I was like, yes, there are pros to this man, but also the cons outweigh the pros. If the cons outweigh the pros, there's no need to be in a relationship at all. Another thing is, we gotta like have discernment. Would this person be good to just have around, like good company? If the answer is no, no. Do I feel safe with him? Sorta. Do you think he would help me during hard times? If I'm struggling financially, do you think he would take really good care of me? I don't know. And the fact that I'm saying I don't know just goes to show that he would not be there for me. Not committing, not putting in effort. He also told me he was bad at planning dates. Why would I want to date somebody who's bad at planning dates? So he's already pre-telling me, like, I'm not going to spoil you. I'm not going to plan dates that are, like, adventurous and fun. We're going to struggle together. Huh? Ew. Why would I want to date somebody who doesn't want to take good care of me and spoil me? I don't know. I think that you have to have discernment and know what you want long term, and that's going to help you decide whether you're going to get over the relationship quick or not. Yeah. Other than that, that's everything for this video. If you like my video, if you like the advice I'm giving, please subscribe, please like, and please comment. And hopefully this ends up on Wizard Liz's FYP For You page, because I would love for her to see this video and comment. I love her. I'm obsessed with her. We're going through pregnancy together. Love her. Okay, bye. Thank you for watching.